So now he's crying even more because not only did he not get to play every single instrument in the room, but I skipped the apple. This is not working. There. Oh. Good morning, YouTube. It is not Monday. It is not even Tuesday. It's actually Wednesday. I am so sorry that I have not vlogged in quite some time, and the reason for that is that I was just starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed. I think my vlogs are a little too long for me because it takes a while to edit them and make them look, decent for the public. So I might be, if I get back into it, which I really want to do, I'm going to try again this week, and luckily it's a little shorter. If I get back into it, I would like to kind of be a little bit more laid back and maybe talk just a little bit less, try to get to the point quicker. So I'm going to try that today. I just got to school. I'm a little, not necessarily late, but just, later than I want to be, and I need to get ready for my kindergarten class. Today is day 1 of the rotation, but it's my day 2 technically, I think. No, day 3 technically, but last week I missed out on day 6 because of picture day. So they were going during, their specials time to take their pictures. So they missed out on their lesson, but that's okay. I will figure out how to get them caught up and, on the same level as all the other classes eventually. I'm not going to stress out too much about that, but I do have to get all of these instruments in place for the kinder because we are reading a story that involves using instruments for the sound effects. So yesterday they did a really good job of waiting patiently for when it's the exact time to play. So I feel like I've done a really good job training them that they must wait for permission before they can play the instrument. So I'm really glad to see that because that's a breath of fresh air compared to the older grades where you put an instrument in front of them and you tell them not to touch it and they don't know how to stop. So that's a good sign, and if I stay consistent with that, it's going to work in my favor and also in theirs because they get a lot more out of it when they're listening to the actual instructions of what I want them to do, and then they realize, oh, that made music. Yes, child, that did. You did. So I'm going to do that. I actually have a taco in my bag that I want to heat up really quick, and I want to get just a little bit of coffee. Coffee has been making me very jittery recently. Yesterday was awful. I just felt like I had like a million cups of coffee and it was not good. But it is a little cooler outside. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater and it just feels like fall right now, and it's not going to last much longer here in South Texas, but we'll take advantage of it while we can. So if I have time to check in a little bit later, I'll let you know how today is going. If not, I will see you at the end of the day and catch up then. It is my planning time, and I'm taking just a moment to check in because I just had kinder, and boy, was it a cry fest for one sad child. He was just so sad that he played an instrument. Y'all, seriously? You play an instrument and you're sad? And it was because he wanted to play all the other instruments, and I'm trying to explain to them, I would love for everybody to be able to play all the instruments every single time, but then we'll get nothing done. So the whole point is that we were playing instruments to a story. And he had one specific part, and that's the part he had to do. But he just was not very happy. So, oh well, that's life. I mean, I do what I can. And then I wanted to take a grade today, and I was using the song, since it's October, there's a song called Let's Hide the Pumpkin, and the original game, you hide a pumpkin, and whoever has the pumpkin sings that they have a pumpkin, and then somebody has to guess whose voice it was. Well, I would love to play it like that, but I found that this way is better because it's more interesting for the kids, and it kind of takes away that only Halloween theme. I do have a few students that cannot celebrate Halloween or anything at all. So I changed it up. I still use pumpkin to describe it, but I found these really great fruit and vegetable cards. There's the cute little cauliflower. They are from Teachers Pay Teachers. I don't have the name of the store in my mind right now, but if I get a chance to look it up, I will put that in the description box. They were not very expensive at all, and so I changed it up and I will sing, for example, let's hide the cauliflower, let's hide the cauliflower, who has the cauliflower? And the child who has this card will sing, I have the cauliflower. So instead of guessing, you know, who is singing it, I'm just simply checking if they can sing their part of the song. So, you know, you can only be so specific on, you know, the quality of voice. So I really try to base it off of, are you singing it in time? Because I demonstrated a certain way. So I want them to come in at just the right time. I make sure everybody knows. If they're not quite sure what fruit it is, I make sure that they know what fruit that they have. And I try to get them to keep it a secret. That way that kind of has that fun element to it. But most of them did very well. Some of them sing in tune and on time. That's awesome. Some of them just sing right on time, but it's either too high or too low. Usually it's too low. And then some of them come in a little bit late. So for this, if you do it, you pass. I mean, I don't want kindergartners to be, you know, held at such a high standard where they can't even accomplish it. So if you try, you did it. If you sing in tune and on time, you get an E. That's excellent. You know, but if you know, come in late or something like that, or you had to think about it a lot, S, which is satisfactory, is perfectly fine for that. So it definitely is a good thing to do to get them singing by themselves, and they don't feel kind of singled out, because it's like whoever has that fruit or vegetable, that's the one who sings, so no big deal. So it was pretty good. Everybody did it except for, I forgot about the one boy that cried earlier. Completely skipped over his fruit. Bad teacher. Bad. So now he's crying even more because not only did he not get to play every single instrument in the room, but I skipped the apple. Struggle is real today. Hey guys, I just wanted to check in. It's actually almost 8 o'clock at night. I am at home, and just wanted to pop on and say that today was definitely not as bad as yesterday. My last class of the day was a bit rough because they're just that kind of class, but overall I really enjoyed the day, and I even got flowers because I guess one of our teachers has started with, I guess her husband and her have a floral shop, learn to talk, and I guess to kind of plug their new business, I assume it's new business, they brought flowers for all the teachers, and our principal actually hand delivered them to all of us, so it was very nice to get that special delivery, and it made me feel really special. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take off all of my makeup and just try to relax for tonight, maybe do some grades. Killian's down, and I am like really about to be tired as well. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is Thursday. It is about 8:20. I have kindergartners coming in about 10 minutes. I am just kind of tired this morning. I put a little extra effort in. As you could tell, I never curl my hair, so I did that for fun. Since it's fall, I thought, you know, let's look nice, right? Instead of looking a hot mess. But it's probably not gonna last. So there is that. On the way to work today, I did see an amazing sight. At the end of my, or the, I guess, intersection of my neighborhood where I'm leaving to get on the highway, which is not very far, there is a brand new Starbucks being built. Yes, you heard that correct. It is like a beacon of hope because everything else is so difficult to get to. It's either on the other side of the highway, or it's, you have to go back and then go forward, or there's like a ton of traffic. This is literally placed in the perfect spot. You just drive in and drive out and get on the highway. You guys, it's like the best day ever. Actually, it's the second best day ever, because the best day ever will be the day that it opens, and I will be the first in line because I'm basic like that, and I'm not afraid to admit it. So anyways, I am going to start getting things ready. Everything's pretty much ready for kinder, but I'm gonna check out my class dojos and see what am I missing, and maybe make a little list of classes that I really need to start uploading into Dojo because it works with the classes that I use it. So I need to get more on top of that and get it going with all the other classes, because once it's in the system, it's easy just to pull it up and be like, hey, you get a point, and you get a point, and you get a point, and you don't get a point, or you get a point taken away. I try to keep it positive though, but seriously, they react very well too because they get excited, and I want them to get excited. I want them to enjoy what it is we're doing in the music room, whether it be music related or behavior related. Yeah, I am gonna make that list. It is almost 6 o'clock, I think, and I just finished writing 4 notes home, 3 of which came from one class. It was a rough day today, but I did make it a point, since I had to write so many notes home, I made it a point to choose one student, at least one student today, to write a happy note for. So I wrote a card for a student who generally has bad times in my class because he's very, I don't know, it's hard to describe. He wants things to go his way, and when they don't, he gets really upset. And I mean, he's very young, he's in 1st grade, so I was very surprised that he was very patient today, and for the most part waited to play the instrument until just the right time. At the end, I did notice that he was very upset, that I'm pretty sure he wanted to play every single instrument in the room. I know that feel, kid. I know it. Like, you just want to go play everything. I get you, but we can't do that. So I made sure to write him a nice note saying, that you did a good job, and I know it's hard sometimes when, you can't play all of the instruments. You have to focus on what you're given and do really well with that, but just keep up the good work, and hopefully he'll see that I'm really proud of him, because it was a big step today. I just really didn't expect him to do so well. So other than that, 4 bad notes, or what? No, it's 5, sorry. Whoa, 5 notes home. One of them was for yesterday. I just haven't had a chance to write it because this week has been pretty hectic, if you ask me. I'm gonna go get Killian, because if I don't pick him up by 6, then I'm late, and I don't want to be late for that very important date.
Can I get started for you today?
Yes, can I get a grande pumpkin spice latte?
1 grande pumpkin spice latte. Would you like it hot or iced?
Extra hot, please.
Extra hot. Alrighty, and is the whipped cream okay?
Yes.
Alrighty, and would you like any breakfast items?
No, that's it.
Okay, a grande hot pumpkin spice latte. We're gonna do that extra hot today. It's gonna come out to $5.36.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. It is Friday, thank goodness, and it is, what time is it? 10:13? No, 10:19. It is 10:19 already. Today is my day 3, and day 3 is when I only have one class, 2nd grade, which are not here yet. And I am having my planning period right now because I get to be a 3rd grade teacher today in between all that other stuff. So it's all right. Like, I don't know. I appreciated how I was informed ahead of time. It was really good for my brain and my emotions to be like, this is what I'm doing today, instead of like a last minute thing. One can only be so flexible, right? So it was really nice to be prepared mentally to do that. So I've had a lot of fun with the students so far. It's a fun group. We've done math. That's it. We've done math. Anyways, they are in specials right now. They're in art. And like I said, I'm going to be planning right now. And then after art, they go to lunch. But then I teach my 2nd grade while they're at lunch. So I need to figure out how lunch is going to happen for me. Obviously, I still have to take a lunch. So it's just, we're going to communicate, obviously, eventually, when it's, that time that I go ahead and am able to have my lunch. So I today am going to try really hard to examine the TEKS, the music TEKS, to kind of see where I am with the students and where I want to go. I have noticed that the behavior issues have gone up a little bit, and I think it's because they're getting kind of bored. At least, that's one thing that I can look at and just kind of develop where they are a little bit better. Maybe just move along. If they're not getting it, just move on to something new, go back later. Because I want to avoid them having behavior issues because they're bored. Like, that's not gonna work. And it's gonna drive me nutso too. So I'll probably do some changing up of what I'm doing for the next rotation, just to kind of freshen things up a bit, and then pull back some of the stuff we were working on that we need more practice with. So I'm going to do that now, and I will hopefully get a chance to check in later to, I guess, explain all the fun stuff that I'm doing today. It is almost 5 o'clock, and everything is done for the day, as done as it can be. Substituting for 3rd grade, teaching a 2nd grade music class, and teaching the violin class, which went amazingly well today. And I don't want to say it's because none of the boys showed up, but it might be because of that. So hopefully that's not the reason, and it's just that, we just had a good day. But they're always awesome. It was less chatty, and we got a lot done. We played music straight from the book for the first time, really. I mean, we did a little bit of it last time, but I spent a lot of time having them get to know their instruments and, get to know their instruments and playing patterns together that, we create, and making sure that the instruments are in tune. They're starting to be in tune more because they're practicing more, and, and I'm able to tune them a lot faster, so that's a good sign. But I do want to move a little bit faster because I think they're ready to, to start adding more information and, working on that. So today was just a lot of fun as far as violin goes, and overall I just enjoyed today. It was nice to end the week on a positive note. Unfortunately though, Killian has a fever. He had one this morning. I don't know that he still has one now. So he stayed home from daycare, so I do not have to pick him up, and that's why I'm not like rushing out of here. Probably gonna stop by a few Dollar Trees on the way home and just take a moment to peruse and see if I find anything that I just absolutely have to have, because it's really hard to do that with him with me. So no big deal. I'll be home as soon as I'm done, and then we have a wedding to go to this weekend, and Killian's swim lesson, and a lot of stuff. Oops. So thank you for watching my video. I'm just gonna call it done right here. I know it was short, and I did not show any prep for anything or anything like that, so if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments if that's something that you want to continue seeing me do. It is a little more stressful trying to get all that stuff in there, so I'll try better next week if I continue. I have missed talking to you, so I think that I will continue doing this, but like I said, I think I said a few days ago, just kind of be a little bit more relaxed. And I mean, I have no idea what's going on with my face right now. I mean, today was no fuss Friday as far as I'm concerned. I did the messy bun thing, and I got like all these compliments on it, like, okay, you know, and it was out of my way the whole time, which was nice because it got really hot today. And all I did was eyebrows, because they're important, and mascara, and it looks like I have like all this stuff on my eye right here. I don't know how. I have no idea. Oh, goodness. Anyways, I'm going to head out. Thank you again for watching the entire video. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing, and if you're a teacher, you know, drop in and say hi. If you're not, still say hi, and go ahead and give this video a like, because that makes me feel like I'm really reaching some people out there, and that's important to me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.